Hello, this is Ilan Awerbuch with the Unit Trust Companies in San Diego, and this is Mortgage Watch, economic and financial news that you can use. Are you confused about the economy? Well, it's no wonder. There are so many different voices out there and so many different opinions. I thought we'd take a look at some of the major issues and see if we can't answer them and shed light on them. I was speaking at a real estate conference in Miami last week, and of course the other speakers had a whole different view of opinions about what's going on in the current economy, both locally, nationally, and internationally. One, is the economy improving, worsening, or standing still? Well, I think the economy is definitely improving. Slowly, and in places seems to be standing still, but definitely not worsening. There's no question about that. We are way beyond where we were several years ago, and things are starting to take off. There is a lot of concern about continued high unemployment, and we really need to solve that problem if we're really going to take off. But in general, the economy is improving. How about inflation? There's a lot of talk about inflation. Well, aside from oil and gas, which one, are caused by political events, and two, a lot of investors buying up oil and gas futures, there is not that much inflation around. There is talk about the budget deficit being inflationary, but it seems that in Washington there's a real motivation and desire to get that problem solved and get the budget deficit kind of reduced in years to come. All that talk is deflationary. I'm kind of surprised that Standard & Poor's this past week talked about downgrading the U.S. economic debt and the U.S. economic financial picture. I'm surprised they weren't talking about that 3 years ago when things were really, really horrible. At this point, the government's been paid back nicely on most of its investments in the financial sector, in General Motors, in AIG, and most of the things that are going on are positive. Yes, again, there are some future concerns if we don't get spending under control, but Washington is moving on that. A lot of people are talking about buying up gold and gold futures. Gold is a great inflation hedge, but it's different if there's real inflation or the whole gold spike is being created by investors who are buying it. Be careful, because gold has been known to come down as fast as it went up. So I would be very, very careful there. What about the global outlook? Well, there's concern about China, because China continues to manufacture and produce far beyond what they really need, especially in terms of housing, building cities and infrastructure. I think that's a little inflationary. But take a look at Japan, which unfortunately is going to be spending a long time digging their way out of the recent horrible tragedies there. Even though they'll be needing a lot of building materials, there's no question that their future is going to be deflationary for quite some time, because they're going to produce a lot less products than they have. Should I be worried? No, I don't believe it's possible to be worried about things you can't control, or that you should be. So I would suggest not to be worried about things you can't control. Here are some basic rules I suggest we all observe. 1. Control the things that we can, and that means our basic personal habits and financial lifestyle. Live within your means. That means that you live and spend what you can afford and not more than that. If you do that, you'll be on sound, firm financial footing. Refinance your home mortgage if you're able to, and you can recoup the upfront cost in 3 years or less. There's a lot of people still sitting on the sidelines. The government is going to continue to tighten the qualifications for new mortgages. If you're a 30-year fixed borrower, rates are still very, very good, and I would suggest getting in now. If you were in a 3, 5, 7, or 10-year ARM, those were great products. And right now, you're probably in the 3% range after your ARM has gone into its adjustable period. It's fine to stay there for now, but I strongly suggest that you get ready and be prepared. It may be 6 or 9 months before rates go up, but it's always good to know that you can refinance and not take it as something for granted or a given, that when the time comes, you're really not able to, and you're going to sit in your ARM while it climbs to 7 and 8%, which is where they typically go to. So just be prepared. I'm a real big proponent of living within your means and being prepared to refinance, even if it doesn't make absolute sense for you right now. Well, this is a holiday week for many, and I want to wish you all a very happy and healthy holiday. With the unit trust companies in San Diego, I'm Ilan Awerbuch. This has been Mortgage Watch. Thank you.